veggie burgers, but they're the spicy buffalo chicken. Dude, they're so good. They taste like real chicken.
Oh, just kidding. I've yet to try an impossible anything.
I've had the Impossible Burger. Yeah, so I was eating. No, try that. I mean, I don't eat a lot of vegetarian stuff, but try the spicy chicken patties from Morningstar. They're very good, dude. Can't. If I made it for you, you wouldn't be able to tell. It's not chicken. It's delicious.
Teens. Top right. Stay put.
It's right below you.
Yeah, no, Vester. No.
I think he's. Oh, he dropped down. Just a finish.
He told you to stay put, idiot.
Is that the tree on my mark? Hello?
Watch him coming up top. Still one solo, right? Still one solo.
I think so. Yeah. 60, so let's just stick together. See where anybody else went. I don't know if anybody went beach or what.
He's gonna be hiding in a corner down here.
Oh, you know it, dude. He's just gonna never stop shooting.
I'm literally gonna stay right behind you.
Okay. Paranoid, check everything. I'm going down. Two vests. Wait,
Here.
East?
East?
He's outside.
Oh, Kentucky Wildcats sighting on the floor. Rookie Keldon Johnson playing just his 9th game, D'ing up. Luka.
Well, moving his feet, anticipating. Luka not happy about the call, but that defense allowed the Spurs to once again get out in transition. And, you know, when I was younger, my uncle used to tell me some days you're the bug, some days you're the windshield. At that time, Luka was the bug on that one, getting the shot blocked.
Well, with the Spurs or any other team in the NBA, as Porzingis back on the floor, hits his first shot at his return. You play defense, especially for Greg Popovich, or Rick Carlisle for that matter. You're going to find your way into the rotation in some more minutes, and that's exactly what Johnson is hoping to accomplish. Aldridge returns as well. Comes up empty on his jumper.
Yeah, and to further that point, it's a guy's jersey hanging up there. I think his name is Bruce Bowen. That made a living playing defense, and what value that added to a team. And I tell young guys all the time, don't be so much concerned with scoring. Be so much concerned with getting yourself on the court. And you do that by playing great defense.
Delon Wright gets it. Late clock here. It's at 2. It's at 1. The floater is not there for Wright. Aldridge with the rebound. San Antonio down 8. Bellinelli's given him a big night in his return. But out with an illness. And Spurs able to keep it. Shot clock ticks down to 7. Bellinelli gives it. Johnson hangs. And sticks it into the net for a moment. Porzingis there with a block.
And that's where the size comes in effect. That time, the first one on Johnson wasn't a block, but he influenced the shot. The second one, he was able to get a piece of.
Jackson can't convert on the other end. Porzingis, 5th in the NBA in blocked shots per game, 2.1. Rudy Gay misses. And it's cleared away by Wright. Hardaway Jr. kicks it. Jackson, North Carolina, his second year. Porzingis comes up short on the 3. A couple of long threes by the Mavericks with Doncic and Porzingis. And Wright goes to the rack, is fouled by Wright. tangled up. White and Wright. Free throws for Derek White coming.
Talking about the block shots here. Inside one, right there. Get a hand on it. 2 block shots, and that's where the height anticipation for Porzingis to be able to influence. A lot of times you don't have to block it like on the first one. Kind of out on your side eye, you see him coming at you.
A reminder, the NBA on TNT is brought to you by the all-new Seltos all-wheel drive from Kia, official automated partner of the NBA. And by Auto Trader, the only one with Kelly Blue Book. Finally, it's easy. So second free throw here for Derek White. Made the first, 86% free throw shooter. Spurs as a team, second in the NBA in free throw percentage. And 1 out of 2 for White.
Yeah, the Mavericks have done a great job. You know, San Antonio at home going to make a run, of course, but the Mavericks, they got settled back in, and then they responded with a run themselves to kind of keep a cushion with this lead.
Doncic able to turn a corner. In that corner is Kleba. No, DeRozan with the rebound. Here's DeRozan now. Gives it back to Lyles. He's already hit a 3 tonight. Lyles on the drive. Leaves it for DeRozan. Probably should have taken it out himself.
Yeah, he should have. He had the layup, trying to be unselfish. I get it. But at that point, great move, now finish it with a basket.
In the corner, Dorian Finney-Smith. So a missed opportunity on the offensive end for the Spurs. The Mavericks cashing in with a 3-ball. And it's a 10-point game now. Biggest lead for Dallas. White on the drive. Layup is in. It's a friendly bounce. Under 4.5 to go in this first half. Doncic being guarded closely by White. Gets the foul, and that's got Greg Popovich upset.
Well, White had to navigate his way through 2 screens up top to try to get over the top, because if you go under, Doncic will step back from deep and make you pay. So kind of a disadvantage when you have 2 high screens and Doncic is handling the pill. You have to defend it.
Second foul on White. Patty Mills picked up 2 fouls in his first quarter minutes as well. Doncic step back 3 over White now. That one's good. Luka Doncic adds another 3-ball to the rack tonight. That's his 4th made threes, 4 out of 5 from behind the arc. He's got 18 on 6 of 12 shooting. White, pull up. White elevated into the starting lineup tonight. DeJounte Murray is out with a calf injury. Suffered late in their loss against Cleveland on Sunday. No timetable for his return. That hit the foot of White. Doncic trying to go behind the back, turns it over. Aldridge running the floor. Porzingis, a block but a foul. Well, quick reactions by a 7-foot 3-inch Porzingis, stopping on a dime, preventing a 2, but he's going to send Aldridge to the line.
Yeah, good feet right here by White, but a heads-up play to get it up quickly to Lyles, and then just a drop-off pass to a trailing Aldridge, and not giving up any layup. Smart play right here by Porzingis.
Bodied him up, we'll assume. Let's take a look at tomorrow night's ESPN schedule. Nuggets and Mavericks will get it started, 8 p.m. Eastern. Mavericks go back-to-back as they return home, and then the Pels and the Kings. For more on these games, go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. Seeding is so important right now. Memphis been on a nice little run. They've separated themselves in that 8 seed from the rest of the group, trying to catch them. A group that would include the Spurs and New Orleans, as Doncic misses for just the 2nd time. How high you climb on that ladder could pay dividends come playoff time when you're dealing with the Clippers and the Lakers as Aldridge scores inside.
Well, I think, you know, the big talk was that the Pelicans, of course, had the easiest schedule going into the end of the season, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win game, especially with the young team. They've had opportunities, but haven't been able to close, and a lot of that you can point back to their youth, making decisions or bad decision-making down the stretch, missed defensive assignments, tough shots, is why they've kind of allowed Memphis to pull away from them. And you see right there, you talk about Derek White playing well, coming off 17 points against Cleveland. You know, a tough job defensively, but one way you can kind of stymie that a little bit is make Luka have to guard you on the offensive end.
Porzingis ends an 8-0 San Antonio run. 5-point game. As Texas rivals, same division, Spurs, Mavericks. Mavericks trying to sweep the season series, the fourth and final matchup of the year. These two last met on February 26th. Aldridge did not play. That was the first of his 6 consecutive games missed. Doncic going downhill, and White is called for the foul. Thought it was clean, but that's going to be his 3rd foul. And with 2:06 remaining in the half, decision time for Greg Popovich.
Well, right there, it looks as though that was a clean piece right there. They're looking to challenge, see if they challenge this. It looks very clean on the ball. Hand is part of the ball, and he got more ball than hand.
So Greg Popovich calls a timeout. They will challenge this. And with 3 fouls hanging in the balance on Derek White, we'll see what the result is. That gives us a chance for some Straight Talk Wireless, a timeout here.
The new iPhone 11 runs on Straight Talk for up to half the cost of big carriers. With the new ultra-wide camera, shareable moments become ultra-shareable. Get the new iPhone 11 on America's largest and most dependable networks. Straight Talk Wireless, only at Walmart.
So the Dallas Mavericks, they've really struggled late in games. This is a team with the #1 offensive rating in the NBA, but it has been a different team in the last 5 minutes. Clutch time, 5 minutes, 5 points or less. It's been even worse in the last 3 minutes of game, 1 possession. What gives?
Well, you know, as a coach, you try to figure out game situations to put your team in to be successful, whether that's in practice or whatever it may be. But the players have to be able to lock in. You have to have the right players to be able to do it, to operate efficiently, consistently down the stretch. And that's something that Dallas hasn't been able to have. Again, I'll point back to the fact that now you're starting to see Kristaps and Doncic play together. Now you got more consistent. But who is that third person?
Yeah, that's a big question.
Over the last 11 games, you would point to Tim Hardaway Jr., but is he the guy? Is it Seth Curry? I think they're still searching for that. In order for the Mavericks to really advance, to make some noise, in the playoffs, yes, your superstars are going to take care of their business. But there's always that 3rd or 4th guy that you can count on consistently in the 7-game series that gets you over the hump. Or, if they're not there, it's to the detriment of the team and you can't advance.
Mavericks are 6-16 in clutch time minutes. That is their record. So take a timeout, go vote at Bleacher Report on Twitter, presented by Straight Talk Wireless, and they will challenge that, and it does go in their favor, so it'll be a jump ball here. I appreciate Josh Tiven coming over, some quick explanation. And so take the 3rd foul off of White, and a jump ball center court. So a good challenge by Greg Popovich. It goes in his favor.
Yeah, and the reason why it's a jump ball is because the ball was loose at the time of the call, so no one had possession, hence it's a jump ball.
It's big for San Antonio.
Oh, yeah.
Taking that 3rd foul away from White, who is primarily guarding Doncic, and it ends up in the hands of San Antonio, down 5. 2 minutes remaining in this first half.
Plus you take away 2 free throws from the 76% free throw shooter. Now you score.
DeRozan gets a friendly bounce, checked it up on the green. It's a 3-point game.
How you close this half is very important, I think, to the momentum and psyche of San Antonio, who's been down the entire first half, but it can close on a run. Gives them momentum coming out after half.
Hardaway Jr. loses DeRozan, finds himself open for a 2. So DeRozan scoring for the first time in the quarter for the Spurs. DeRozan has 8 now, coming off his first bucket of this second quarter. Mavs had an 11-point lead, and Aldridge knocks it down. So the Spurs now within 3 as LaMarcus Aldridge has 10 to go along with just the 1 rebound. Don't forget, American Express halftime report coming your way. Adam Lefkoe, D. Wade, Shaq, and Candace all standing by, and that's going to be Spurs ball.
And everything was done right. Middle pick and roll. Kristaps rose to the basket, lob up top, little fella inside, but you know what? The basket was unkind. Spurs ball.
54 seconds left. Trey Lyles will put it in. You got DeRozan with White on the floor in the backcourt, and Bryn Forbes. as the floor spacer. LaMarcus Aldridge for San Antonio. Mavericks with Kleba and Porzingis to join Doncic, Hardaway, and Finney-Smith. We're going to check on the clock here. Josh Tibbett now in his 10th year as an NBA official. And they want to make sure they get the time right. And maybe they're looking at this play. Was it last touch by Finney-Smith?
You get a chance to go back in and look at the entire play. So at the end, I think from the other angle, you got a good view of who touched it last.
So they will keep it. They'll play on, keep the clock at 54.1.
Yeah, it got hit by Finney-Smith, but then it went off of Aldridge's hand. So
and now a foul in the backcourt. Foul to give for Dallas. 12-4 run by the Spurs. And getting a lot of two-point open shots in the mid-range. Got another whistle now. Again, looking at the clock here. I'm not sure if the clock on the ribbon board was matching above the goal, but that's been rectified. We play on. 3-point game. Spurs can tie on this possession. White drives, kicks it. Lyles for three, and it's off the front iron into the hands of Hardaway.
Good look. White turned down to three. He's got a better shot for Lyles in the corner, just left it short.
Doncic step back three. No, DeRozan. And he lost it out of bounds. Slipped right out of his hands.
I mean, just concentration here. I know. Just don't touch the line with my feet, but I lose it with my hands. Lost possession right there. See if the Spurs can get a stop and try to get it back. Too easy.
In the corner on the out of bounds. That was Finney-Smith. Left open. Hits a three. Boy, how that turned for Dallas.
You're struggling defensively throughout the course of the year. It's those little plays like that that always kind of rear its ugly head at inopportune times.
Mavericks have made half of their three-pointers tonight. They're 11 for 22 from behind the arc. DeRozan with Doncic on him. DeRozan fouled on the play. That was going to be all DeRozan as they cleared it out. And he will go to the line. Second foul on Doncic. DeRozan giving the Spurs 22 plus per game. 84% free throw shooter. Calmly knocks down the first.
Yeah, you know, and players like DeRozan, you look at the numbers, they don't speak to kind of what and where and how the organization wants to move, because he's been successful while he's been here, along with Aldridge. But the results, again, judging the Spurs by championships and playoff runs is, you know, unfortunately the position you're in when you're a star here.
Who knows if he'll be in a Spurs uniform next year. Long three is up. Hardaway did get it off, but missed the three ball, and that'll take us to the end of the half. Luka goes for 18 first half points, 5 boards, 7 assists, maybe on his way to a triple-double. Spurs trail by 11 with 4 minutes left. They closed it on a 13-7 run. The American Express halftime report with Adam, D-Wade, Candace, and Shaq coming up after a quick break.
Again.
I don't want to be. Oh, guys, 320, 330 at a rock. Nah. You know what I'm talking?
Nice. Glad I could be a bait. Jesus, dude.
Got 13 kills. Yeah. Need to kill half the remaining circle to get this first 20 kill game. No pressure.
Someone just put shots on this BRD and they're just driving around willy-nilly.
Shots.
Guy in the water.
Oh, where?
85.
Okay. Like swimming? What is this?
Headshot knocked. It's gonna drown, I think.
I'm gonna lay a shot on the ADM.
They're gonna ditch it.
Alright, now where's this
My guy's
teammate
up,
of the
I
water guy? Is that another BRDM? What the f-
Yeah.
I gotta heal. You're gonna have to go. Nice. 3 alive.
I never got my kill off that guy. Did I? Yeah, maybe. I have no vest. I have no vest. Running. No vest here. Yeah, he just tagged me in the stomach. He's edge of blue. He's in the blue. I can't open my map. That's awesome. He was orange. See him crawling. It's a solo. Oh, fucking pussy. Oh, he's not a solo, dude.
Oh, I have no vest.
Sports fans, shop now at NBAStore.com and get today's special offer.
Welcome in. Ooh. All right. I don't know what voice that was. Can you get that out for me? Thank you. Welcome inside to the American Express halftime report. It was all those Kool-Aids I was drinking. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Dallas Mavericks, San Antonio Spurs. First half is in the books. The Mavericks are 3-0 against the Spurs thus far this season. Luka Doncic playing with a little bit of a wrist injury. Wrist doesn't look like an issue earlier, D-Wade.
No, like we talked about earlier, I think it's one of those, are you injured or hurt? And
right.
He's obviously not injured. He's just a little banged up from the long NBA season, but he's doing what he do.
4 threes for Luka. They start off the second quarter on an 8-2 run. Check that out. Luka, 18 at the half. Well on his way to a triple-double with 5 rebounds, 7 assists.
Workout.
DeRozan, Derek White there for the putback, 7 for White. A little bit later, the big man for the Spurs, LaMarcus Aldridge here. Missed the last 6 games with a shoulder injury. That one looking fine. Halftime, 59-54 Mavericks. Mavericks are 30-10 with a halftime lead. American Express teammates, Luka with 18, 6 of 14 shooting. Kristaps, 7 points, and he was kind of scuffling.